Hi, welcome to the Fish Sticks and Cranberries Electronics Lab. Today we're going to build an electronic circuit that will read the signal output by a remote. And I am your host, Jordan Fisher, and over here is my co-pilot, Troy Cran.
I feel a hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I turn the switch and check the number. I leave it on when in bed I slumber. I hear the rhythms.
This is the lab view that we have for our IR remote. And as you can see here, we got first things first, you start with the 5, which is our max voltage going into the DAC assist. And the DAC assistant says how much the DAC should have for an output voltage. Next we move into the DAC assistant 2, and that reads the voltage drop across their 1K resistor in our breadboard. After that we go to the raw, which is the graph from the data from the voltage drop over on the front panel. And next we go into our for loop. The for loop is describing if it's going to be a 1 or a 0, and how it determines that is if it's greater than 2.5, which is half of our max voltage, it will be a 1. If it is less than, it is a 0. And then you carry on. You're going to go to the delete from array, which is right here, and you will have 2 arrays come out from that. The 2 arrays are where you get your data from, and that is from right here. That's a saved Excel sheet on the desktop. Next we move on and you go to the case structure, and that has a true or false option. First we'll start with the true. The true option is used only when the switch is on. So what that does is you go through, click a button that you want on your remote, make sure it is the same on here. As you can see, it's not here because of our visible, but it would be on here if I would click run. And from there, you will get the numbers for the 1 button on your remote. And as you can see here, we have it all saved up. I'll go to the button 1. Pops up with all our numbers. And you do that from 0 to 9, and that is what the point of the true is. Next we move on to the false. The false pretty much describes only if the switch is off. The false describes if you press the button, like say 3 on your remote, it'll tell you what your number is right here. And I'll do an example of that. Okay, I'm going to turn my remote on, go over to my breadboard, go up to run. I will press 3, and number 3 appears. I'll press run again, I press 9, you get 9. So that works out too. And that would be our lab view, VI. As you can see, by using our remote, the lab view is able to compare all the saved values of the number we picked to be able to detect what number we used.